Good morning, traders. Philip from Blackpool Markets here. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys had a great weekend. This week of trading is looking pretty good. If you guys do remember, I made a video called The Odd Ones Out. So this included Bitcoin, Ethereum, it included Brent, and then also gold for the last video. So I thought I'll make another video for you guys since it's the start of the week for trading for us here in New Zealand. It is a Monday morning, well, Monday evening now. It's 12 p.m. here. So I just thought I'd show you guys what we're looking at and what has happened since the open of the markets, just to kind of keep you guys updated of what we looked at last week. So we'll dive straight into it. Obviously, starting off with our daily chart on Bitcoin, you can see the last time we looked at it, we were at the close or near the close of this candle over here, and you can see it is still sort of continuing down in that into this triangle, so this flat bottom triangle. So as you can remember, we sort of had these areas we were looking at, and also offered as touches inside of the triangle, forming inside of the triangle. And so I'll just quickly draw these back here for you guys to remind you what we were looking at again. Obviously that nice head and shoulders we had, and then this second to last touch, and we're sort of expecting or looking for another touch around about this area, or if it does give us a break, we could look for potential entries to the downside. If it does bounce, which it is also highly likely, as we've had 4 bounces already, so we could also see a 5th one, as this is already a very strong, or has proven to be a very strong support area. So we could possibly still see consolidation continuing smaller until we have a break near the end of this triangle. So either a bounce or a break for the downside for Bitcoin around about the $5,844 level. So the next one we're looking at is obviously our Ethereum, going in the same order as we looked at last week. So you can see Ethereum, we had this in-depth Elliott wave labeling. If you guys can't remember, we were just sort of see if I can have you. We had around about this level, I believe. We were looking at this move to the downside. I also posted on my Twitter account as well. So just have a look, and then we see this retracement happened. We saw sort of a sideways or a zigzag. It is qualified as a zigzag as well, and you can see it has now sort of opened up with this big gap, as I'm looking at a wave 3 inside of a wave 5. So we're looking for a potential retracement. Usually the market tends to fill the gap or semi-fills the gap. We do have a bit of a resistance area around this previous wave 5, so we could look for a possible retracement. Obviously we cannot go into the territory of this wave 1. I'll just clear this little area out for you over here. So that is the territory of a wave 1. It's the 1 hour chart, so I'll just go down to the 30-minute just so you guys can see a bit better. So I've got this labeled as my wave 1 of wave 5. So you can see we've got our 5 waves in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have a retracement. This does look like a wave 1, possible leading diagonal with a big gap for the wave 3. Obviously wave 3 tends to be our strongest wave. You can see it obviously previously as well. We've got our wave 3, our strongest wave, and then also ending in a strong wave 5. As I have mentioned, these sort of the cryptocurrencies, stocks and CFDs and commodities and stuff tend to end strongly in their 5th waves because of fear. So we'll see possible strong wave. You can see here it has blown way past our, like I did mention, our post triangle thrust measurement. So you can see, I'll just pull this up for you again using the Fibonacci. So you can see it has gone well past that. So we are looking for we already have an extended wave 5, so we could possibly see if it could equal to our wave 1, just taking this away. So I'll show you guys. So we'll just measure our wave 1 that we had back here, and then it does look like it has gone well beyond it. So we'll measure it from the start of wave E, or sorry, the end of the start of wave 5. So you can see we're looking for a possible connection, or Fibonacci level of that wave 1. So we could look for a move possibly. You can see it has already gone down to the 161.1. 161.8, and so we could look for a level to 200 equals of wave 1. So we'll see what happens. So that is what we're potentially looking at, and then obviously after our wave 5, we could look for a possible big retracement back to the previous wave 4. And if you are quite familiar with Elliott wave, you do know a triangle does indicate, or tends to indicate, a final push in the market, as they only do occur in wave C's and wave 4s. So, and they cannot occur in wave 2s because obviously there's still a lot of continuation following from wave 3, wave 4, and then wave 5. So that is why these patterns, triangles, tend to occur in your waves 4 or 5, which is also a good way to spot sort of where you are in the market if you guys are following or looking into getting into Elliott wave, or you are familiar with Elliott wave. A good hint is just if you see the triangle structure, you could sort of have a set path that you know that you're either looking at a wave 4 or a wave B in your pattern. So the next one we're looking at is Brent. Where is it? Here it is. So you can see it is still forming from that sort of that channel we had. So you can see it has a bit retraced. Last time we were looking at, I believe we were over here on this candle. I'll just zoom it in for you guys if you can't see too well. We were looking at this candle. You can see it has opened up with a big gap a couple of days ago. So we were possibly, so we were around about here, and you can see it has opened with a gap to the top side. And usually, like I said, it is busy filling the gap. So we will see what happens. So we are still looking for that move down. Also keeping in mind that we have this very strong support area as well, which has offered previous resistance twice over here and a couple of support areas over here as well. So this was actually a very good trade entry. If you guys do trade breakouts and retests, which you can see, I'll draw it for you here. We had that resistance area. We had again resistance area, strong breakout, and you can see it has retraced to that level. So closing on that bullish candle could have offered a very nice entry as well. So, but now we are looking at a possible move to this downside. If it does break, possible moves to the upside. If it does break past this trend line over here, we could look for moves to the downside, keeping still in mind this strong support area or resistance. For previous resistance, I've got around about 70.6, 70.5. So just have a look around that area. Now the last one we're looking at is gold. So gold, I believe, is the only one that sort of didn't really follow that pattern. If you can remember, this is the 4-hourly bar charts. So we had around about, we were looking at it about this. We were sort of starting to test this channel. You can see it did give us a false breakout, so we will just have to reset. So obviously this pattern here has now been made invalid. So we will see what happens. We have had this area of resistance or support. You can see it has offered previously. So we could look for a possible move to the downside, maybe even using your Fibonacci measurements as well to see, waiting for a possible 100% move, which is around about that area as well. So we could look for that as well. We could even, if you want, maybe draw a bit of a messy channel around about here, which I'm not really a big fan of. You can see it has sort of offered a bit of a flag or a channel, but I would rather be looking for another nicer move before I start looking at this chart again. So right now gold is not really, I don't really see a lot of possible or nice opportunities in the trade. You could maybe have on the 4-hourly chart, maybe have a head and shoulders with your left shoulder, your neckline, your head, and then coming down to your against your neckline and a possible right shoulder. But it is like I said, it is messy. So I mean, we'll see. We could possibly use this as well as a guideline just to sort of see. Yeah, so not very nice pattern. So again, I won't be looking at gold until I see, or possible moves in gold until I see a nice pattern forming. So that is just the update on it, guys. A bit of a long video for only 4 pairs, but it's all right. Just a bit of in-depth just to kind of see what we're back up to, get you guys back up to speed again. So I hope you guys did enjoy that video. If you did, please do give us that thumbs up. Also click the subscribe button. Don't forget to click that bell icon to get more notifications, or to get notifications of whenever we release videos. Our details will be provided down below in the description of the video. If you guys do want to contact us, please do so. Or you can guys go to blackbullmarkets.com, click the little green button that says live chat, and we will be there waiting for you. Or if you prefer to contact us via email, please do so at support@blackbullmarkets.com, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed that video. And from everyone here at Black Bull Markets, enjoy the rest of your week. Safe trading. Thanks for watching.